I might continue this series if the video does well. Well, what happens when you have a video that pops off? Do a sequel until your viewers get bored of it. I thought I've listened to enough of K-pop, but nope. I've done 2 videos on girl groups, namely Blackpink and EXO, but I've only done a video on one boy group, namely BTS. So to even out the score, I guess it's time for me to do another boy group. The group's logo is basically a hexagon, and there's even a member that looks kind of like me according to someone. This is someone who hates K-pop. This is EXO. Let's begin with Love Shot, a track that I believe most people would have heard of before. Why? Because it's the most viewed video when you search EXO on YouTube, and I've witnessed this song being performed in school. Yes, the chorus is quite catchy. It's the love shot. I thought the verses were fine, but the bridge was pretty good. I like how it mellows down. People come and people go. Then it uses rap to increase the intensity. Other than that, let's talk about the visuals. It's cool they have both fashion streetwear with the leather jackets and formal attire together. Also, these guns filled with liquid look cool. Just a slight tangent, how do these work? In the context of the song, it might be used to represent the love shots. But when you press the trigger, do you just squirt alcohol at people? Okay, let's move on to the next track, Monster. This shows a darker side of EXO. I enjoy the explosive chorus in this one. The cadence in the verses just makes them sound so cool. Once again, the bridge has the same idea as the previous track, but even better. The scene of the table with a lot of porcelain is so clean. The table is seen in different colours. If you can't tell already, Monster is my favourite from EXO. Sounds like a nice workout song. Nice bonus that this video is released on my birthday. Next, kpop. From the first 5 seconds, you can already tell that they are doing something different. The bright colours, the Hawaiian shirts, the reggae type beat. I can appreciate that EXO decides to unconventionally hybridize laid-back reggae sounds with heavy electronic breaks in the chorus. It is interesting to see the diversity in the group's musicality. However, I don't really enjoy listening to this song. I would prefer for the entire track to just be a reggae track. But it is already praised for being unorthodox, so I'm cool with it. Next, Don't Fight the Feeling. I chose this track since it was released this year, so maybe I can get a better feel of how the new EXO sounds like. And wow, the green screen in this. Okay, as in I understand K-pop videos use quite a lot of green screen, and this was recorded during a pandemic. I don't know why, the green screen seems pretty obvious. Or maybe it's because I also use green screen in my videos. Whoa, they hit the wall! That's the first time I've ever seen a dance move originated from hip-hop being used in K-pop. For the song itself, nothing too special, except the use of autotune. Is it just me? Sounds like a lot of autotune is used on this song. Nothing wrong with autotune, but it still feels like this song isn't that outstanding. Now let's just rewind all the way to the very beginning of the group's career and look at this track, Growl. This sounds closest to a hip-hop song. The beat sounds like something I can freestyle on. No, I'm not going to break into a rap unless you want to see that. As expected, the rap verse hits hard with such a beat. Which brings me to my issue with the song. Why does it seem like there are so many singing parts? Just let it be a straight rap track to let the rappers in the group really shine. You can still have the singers involved in the pre-chorus, but I was at a high when listening to this aggressive rap verse. And then it quickly turned into this mellow part. We went from aggressive to soft boy sound so quickly. It might be because I've listened to hip hop so much that I'm fine with tracks that have all rappers and no singers, so that's my reason. For the visuals, some parts of the choreography look pretty cool and I enjoyed the concept of a one-take video. Time for the last track, Overdose. The first 45 seconds of the music video looks so cinematic. The color grading makes it look similar to My Chemical Romance. I don't know what is it about this track. My mind tells me that the track has great dance moves, the visuals is electrifying, the members change the cadence of this track frequently, making Overdose interesting. But somehow, my heart tells me, this seems alright only. You don't enjoy this EDM beat, and you've been burnt out from listening to EXO, which seems to be what's happening. I am unable to listen to 6 new tracks from a new music artist at one go. Maybe the issue isn't K-pop, it's the fact that I get burnt out listening to tracks in quick succession. For anyone still watching, I challenge you to listen to 6 new tracks from a music artist in a genre that you've never listened to before. Do you need recommendations of music artists I enjoy listening to? Aries, Neon Dreams, Ryan Oakes, NF, even Joji. You'll get burnt out by the 5th track, at least from my experience. I know I've deviated from talking about EXO in this part of the video, but I think I've made a weird observation about myself, and maybe even people. Think about most artists you've come to love. You first rotate among like 3 songs maximum at a time. It's not because they didn't release a lot of tracks, it's because you wanted to savor these tracks completely by putting them on loop for hours on end. When do you then decide to listen to other tracks from the same music artist? You trusted them enough that their other tracks will give you the same, if not more satisfaction. And this is important because this is how music artists get a lot of loyal supporters. That's why I can bet that those who enjoy EXO have listened to them for months or even years, while I try to squish 9 years of their discography into one listening session. It's not how you are supposed to listen to new music artists, let alone in a genre that you're not familiar with. Okay, rant over, let's go to the conclusion. Before the EXO-Ls start disliking this video and commenting very pleasant things to me, here are some last words I would like to say about EXO. I acknowledge that EXO is great in what they do. They've been commercially successful for a decade. They venture into other sounds such as in kpop and even creating 2 new sub-units. There are superstars that originated from EXO such as Chris Wu and Kai. Speaking of Kai, I wish to make a video on Korean R&B. Let me know if you're interested in that by liking and commenting on this video. However, after 6 tracks, I've been sort of burnt out. Yes, the music videos are visually pleasing. Yes, the choreography is insane. Yes, the members have great chemistry with each other. But again, these songs are just something I would not voluntarily put on to listen, except for perhaps Monster. And I've been open-minded when listening to the biggest K-pop groups, which begs the question, how many of these videos must I do to prove that I just don't like K-pop?